Okay, hello and welcome back to our Noire Ironman Übercautious Dick playthrough with a side dish of police brutality.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, collie boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know I want to make homicide. You know me.
You can drive.
Detective, I was first on scene.
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
So what's going on over there? You all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working?
Under the pepper tree where everything is spicy.
Here she is.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
The motive was robbery. Why not take her money?
Victim of white female.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Look at your mark. It's very...
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Detective.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stalked. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Detectives, R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We'd have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
I don't remember any further evidence. To be honest with you. He certainly doesn't seem to think there is more.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Government surplus chemical ignites.
Still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to an exit.
Thank you.
He'll be back in.
I think most of the evidence was here in his room.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back.
Brookwoods. Size 8. Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body. No sign of a wedding ring. Probably nothing.
Okay, let's talk to her.
Advice?
All right, talk to the girl.
Is this about Mommy?
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch, I never paid much attention to that stuff.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Amy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here and...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Was your wife unreliable?
No.
Okay.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you. Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, There he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make his case.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home, and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield, and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another cop? The heck?
Galloway,
Phelps, badge
Homicide
1247.
Division, Badge number 564.
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Team to a house
Checking for you,
130 North
Detective.
Bonnie Bray Street. Send someone down from
Belmont
Juvenile Hall
High.
to look after a young lady.
1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
The American Century
I'm surprised, you
Broadcasting
know.
Company
I didn't make the
salutes
husband.
efforts and reminds you to check with your local real estate.
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Pedo bear! Oh, this is more like a pedo teddy bear. Since when watching girls is a crime? I ask you. And for that little boys as well. This fucker runs. Guess he's accustomed to. Do it, Phelps! Yes, take the pedophile from the back. He likes it.
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name? You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help. The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living. Chrysler could be important.
What model is this car? I think they
Blood and
told
skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out of here.
Rusty. Maybe I can ascertain it from. I have absolutely no idea about cars. Remember they said coupe. That doesn't mean much. Let me check. I have no idea what model this car is. I think it's safe to assume it's not a Chrysler.
It's him, the cop from the newspaper.
I'm a celebrity.
Phelps, badge 1247.
I can help, detective.
Help, detective.
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Wait, Rusty, I'm on a schedule here.
I say we make...
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Okay, let's go.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Let's try to do things differently this time. See if I can please the boss. That sweet, sweet Irish man. With the lovable face
Better
and
not
the
go
kissel
soft on
ass.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
You're full of shit, Hugo. You want us to feel sorry for you? We feel sorry for your wife. The blood came from the wound in your wife's head.
Why would I lie? You can check at the workshop. You don't want to catch the real guy. You just want to blame me.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the Army.
Your wife was strangled with a braided rope, which we found in the trunk of her car. I think you bought that rope specifically to strangle her.
You can think whatever you want. But that rope has nothing to do with me. My wife is the victim here. But, so am I. What am I going to do without her?
Fuck young women.
You heartless bastard.
I love this guy.
Mouthpiece first stripped off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Have a second. Ooh.
We were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, folks, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with it.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would...
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Mrs. Muller was strangled with a triple braid. Give me something, Eli.
I like braid, but I didn't rope that woman. You're not hanging this one on me, partner.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the spirit that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Yeah, rape him, rape him. So they shoot.
Phelps, Galloway. Congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
Yes, justice.
Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiends first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Muller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Hello, Bottle. I heard about that from some dude that was criticizing ESO. That they took like 60,000.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
60,000 gold.
You have the
coins.
address?
Or something like that. How much did you lose? 10. And Angry Joe is not impressed by the game either.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Okay, I need to do this
If she took a
fast.
blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
I don't think there was anything this way, to be honest.
Only 21 years old. Why the library card? Did he want us to find it? Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Did blood just squirt? I don't know.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails. Kiss the blood, BD. The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
Okay, let's go.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
Yes, I died yesterday, but also I'm replaying. I have replayed the whole game. The main missions so far.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook. You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably
That's got to be a code or a cipher. Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us? Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phil. Got a new MO.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
What are you saying, Phelps? So it is disturbing you know so much about makeup.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance? Looks as though the killer was decorating with this. Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. Got a new MO. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado. 712 North Hill Street downtown.
Yeah, what? This guy has superpowers. He gained them by killing Japanese in the war.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Killing nations gives you superpowers, of course. Everyone knows that.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then...
Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Okay.
What are we waiting for? Look at that. Someone turned the place over.
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence. A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
Okay, we have an address.
This guy can read fast. I have to admit.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
I wonder that too, and I will wonder until the day of my death, because I don't plan to find out. I have 17 minutes to finish this case, which means I need to move fast.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
Such a gentleman.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we can check out the Eldorado.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? A nosy old hag? Ha! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
You see a Wolverine in Poland? Goto?
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest. I got a heart.
Now look, I don't want no trouble, Steve.
Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
I was asking if you saw the Wolverine in Poland.
Just picked fruit market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
Fucking asshole. I'm stuck.
What do you want?
LAPD.
That's
We're
what I
making some
was
inquiries.
thinking.
Make it
but-
quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
No good.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated.
Hello?
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Okay, let's hit the fruit market.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where exactly are we going?
You don't think it's strange? Him in musical films, and now you...
I could finish the case right now, but I want to do more or less the same I did yesterday.
Where's that goddamn place?
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have white feet.
I can always figure out what the lower classes are thinking.
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
We found a crate a lot like the ones you're wheeling there, except it was filled with booze. You know anything about that?
What? No, we deliver all over the place, officer. No telling where the boxes end up. Excuse me, I have to get on with this.
Fine, thanks.
That didn't happen before.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
There's an Alico gas station.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
He's always ready to serve you with...
closed. What?
Whoa! Easy!
Get this morning's edition hot off the press.
Holy Jesus. What is going on?
Isn't that the cops who solved the big case and got promoted?
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
Well, this is unexpected.
He keeps telling me.
What the hell do I do now?
But I still.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Well, what the hell did just happen?
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Holy shit. There is nothing else I can do here. I spooked the guy, the killer, inadvertently. I know for sure there is nothing in this place. Ooh, this is odd. What the hell do I do?
Help me out. I'm at a loss.
Apparently so is he. Okay, I guess I'll need to speak again to the... Shit. Need to move. I'm going past my hour. Shouldn't have happened. Fuck. The Amazing Atheist, huh? Never heard of him.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
I don't know what is going on. We need to check the wiki.
You are listening to Duke Ellington.
Why is the police there?
I swear, this town is going.
Show's over. Keep moving, all of you.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
What do you think?
Holy Jesus. That's not the guy.
Hey, honey, what time do you get off?
Shit.
Where's that goddamn?
You want to meet Flavius? You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time.
Excuse me, would you detectives?
There must be something I'm missing. I will have to check that atheist guy. What the hell do I do? This is truly surprising.
It's him, the cop from the newspapers.
I'm perplexing as well. Okay, we'll have to check the wiki.
I'm out of here.
All the evidence is locked up in there.
Grown man, playing at being bored.
Extra! Read all about it!
Yeah, I have absolutely no clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Let me check. I know what's going on. Okay. I did miss something in the apartment. Shit. Let's go, Finbar.
That's disgusting.
You're behind the wheel.
Okay. What happens when you run? Ah, fuck! Are you kidding me? That's why this is not open.
You can drive.
My heart refuses to worry except about
Fucking bullshit. That's what happens when you rush through games. You end up spending more time.
This will take some explaining. Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
Move. What the freaking asshole. Then run.
So what next?
Boys.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in. You got a problem? Hey, don't mind me.
The women don't find you handsome?
That's that cop.
They should at least
Seems
find
like a
you
decent
handy.
guy.
You know, you've got it made.
Phelps, you mind coming here and doing your job for a second?
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment. That was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right? But she went out, and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Looks like somebody broke into her room and stole her things there, too. Why'd you do it, Angel?
What the hell are you talking about? I was home with Hippolito.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something, or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Hippolito. He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Mouthpiece store stripped on me at the grand jury. Kate's got a phone.
Okay, let's see if we can finish this.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right. Where are we headed?
Another letter? I thought the letter was from...
You can cheer up, son. Call the...
Stupid bullshit. It's going to cost me a video.
Sir, I'm Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh. No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
I cut someone who was already dead.
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Okay, fuck.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
This fruit stall punk. God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck.
Okay, that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, long live the LAPD. Goodbye. Send Clem Feeney to the gas chamber. Always good, always good. Gas them all!